Premier League is over, so we're not going to be seeing the same 8 players once again. We're going to be seeing some variety now with the World Cup of Darts getting underway. A pairs event where players will be battling for national prize and a bit of prize money themselves. £80,000 for the winning team, so £40,000 each in a non-ranked event. So none of this prize money will be going on these players' order of merit. However, still a lot to play for here. The event's going to be broadcasted on Sky Sports, and we're going to be looking today to see where those upsets and surprises may be coming from. The group stage is complete. They'll be looking to battle into the knockout stages where they'll be joining the seeds: England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Holland not seeded, which is a bit of a surprise. The Northern Irish pair of Darryl Gurney and Josh Rock replacing those in that position. Now, in the early rounds, the group stages, it's a short format. It's a race to 4, best of 7, so expect to see lots of shocks and surprises. And what I'm going to be doing today is having a look at what groups we may see here where the seeds could get beaten. Not only that, I'm going to give you my outside sort of long shot and why I think there could be a little bit of value. Let's start off with Group B, the Belgians. They'll be big favourites to win this. Dimitri van den Berg and Mike de Decker, the recent winner of the World Grand Prix. Dimitri van den Berg, though, has had a little bit of time away from the sport. He's not been playing frequently. Is he going to be ready? Is he going to be as good as he normally is? So there's question marks there for me in that. The Philippines, I really like the look of in this group. Paulo Nebreda had a win against Rob Cross in the World Series. He had some good wins at the World Championship, reaching the last 32, beating Ross Smith and Jim Williams along the way. So decent player. He's going to be partnering Lawrence Alagan. Their seasonal averages are 87 and 85, which, as we know, is not going to beat these guys in a singles competition. But with question marks over Dimitri van den Berg and the pairs format and being short format, the Belgians could come unstuck. FDI have provided me once again with some amazing stats. Do go check them out. I'll put the link down in the description below. And they tell me it's 53% chance based on form stats that the Belgians get through this. But it's not my prediction of the Philippines. It's actually Latvia, Madars Razma and co, who they are saying are the real danger here to stop the Belgians. For me, that makes this even worse than the 53% chance. Maybe just stay away from the Belgians in Group B. But I've got some better ones. How about the United States of America? I mean, is this the best partnership America could put forward? Absolutely not. And I make no apologies for that. This is not the best team. The CDC is doing some amazing work over in America. We're seeing a lot of development of American players. This is not the best team they could put forward. The reason for that: Jules Van Dong has been struggling a lot. He's got dartitis at the moment. He's been struggling with his throw. He was losing all his games sort of 6-0, 6-1. He's now been training to play with his left hand, the opposite hand. Ask me to write my name with my left hand, I can't do it. I know he's been working hard. I know he's been training hard. But how's that going to also transfer to the stage? If Jules Van Dong averages between 60 and 70, he's done amazing. Anything more than that is just mind-blowing. Is Danny Lauby strong enough to carry this team? I'm not so sure. Especially with Hong Kong in this group. Now, I thought I was a bit of a genius in predicting Hong Kong to come through this one. However, the stats back it up as well. 54.6% chance, and they are big odds-on favourites to win this group as well. I think Hong Kong take this at the expense of America. Bahrain, I don't see them playing too much apart. Maybe America will get the win against Bahrain. Danny Lauby should be strong enough there. But Hong Kong is 2 solid players, and they are my prediction here for Group I. Think this is a seed to fall. Sweden are one of the most developing nations in the world of darts. They have got so much prospects and so many players that it's always going to be debatable about the players that play in the World Cup. I think you could pick any of about 6 or 7 players now and have nothing in varying standards. Potentially Andreas Harrison right now is maybe one of the best players they've got. Not playing in this event. However, good solid partnership. The draw's not been kind to them here. Now, when you look at some of these groups, some of the seeds will get through purely because the draws worked out well for them. Not in this one. What a rough draw. Lithuania, featuring Darius Labanauskas, quarter-finalist at the World Championship, and took me out the World Championship twice. Thanks, Darius. And France, another developing nation. Thibaut Tricol, averaging over 90 for the year, beat Gerwyn Price on the TV, picking up wins on the Pro Tour, getting used to the stage. Doesn't look like a guest anymore up on the stage. Got so much better in his stage presence. If Thibaut Tricol could get some backup from Jacques Larbe, they'll win this group. 28% chance, I think that's even stronger. If Jacques Larbe steps up with Thibaut Tricol here, not only do they win this group, they get to the quarterfinals, there's a potential run here for France if they can get some support for Thibaut, because he's certainly got the ability here to carry this side. So with that in mind, two dangerous players and two dangerous teams to play against, I think Sweden could be vulnerable in Group G. I wouldn't be backing the favourites here. Runners-up last year, Austria, but it's not the same pairing. Roby John Rodriguez not partnering Mentos Ulovic. It will be a different player. It'll be Rusty Jake Rodriguez. I think that's actually quite a decent partnership. I don't see any difference in regards to that. Tough group, though. H is for hard, they say. And Australia in this group. Damon Heta, one of the best players in the world right now, partnering Simon Whitlock, who I say enjoy him now, because I think this is the last time we get to see Simon Whitlock. I don't envision him playing in many, if any, PDC events again after this, because he's not really doing the challenge tours. I can't imagine him going to Q School. I think he's finding his way now with exhibitions, Super Series, seniors events. I don't envision Simon Whitlock being in a PDC event again, in a big event like this. So enjoy him while he's here. This is the stats. I mean, Spain, not a terrible group, not a terrible team. I mean, Daniel's been picking up a couple of wins on the WF circuit, been having a lot of sort of high 90 averages, so could be a danger there as well. But Australia are actually 58.9% chance of winning this group. So again, another seed to avoid would be in Group H with Austria. And as far as draws go, for seeds 14, 15 and 16, that could not have gone any better. Finland, not exactly a strong nation. If you put someone like Australia, France, Lithuania, the Philippines, Hong Kong, potentially South Africa as well, those sort of nations in those groups, I think then they're in a bit of trouble. Even then, they're sort of only 46, 54% chance on groups L and K. But J, K and L, I would not be surprised to see any of those nations upset. Japan are strong, Switzerland are strong compared to Croatia. Put them in another group, maybe not so much. So then last three groups there, 14, 15, 16, I think are wide open. But my potential surprise comes in Group E. Comes in the form of Poland. 66-1 Poland. Krzysztof Ratajski, Krzysztof Kachuk, the record holders for the average in this tournament. But not only that, a strong pairing in their own rights. Both winners on the PDC Pro Tour. Krzysztof Ratajski is a player maybe we'd know a lot more about had he kept his tour card, because he'd have been in a match play, the World Grand Prix, he'd been in all those big events. It was year one that cost him, not year two. So keep your eyes out for that pair as well, the Poland 66-1. Don't forget, if you want to get involved, head over to OLBG.com. You can play for free and win real money over there. So go have a look at that. There'll be a World Cup tipping site over there. Play for free, never pay a penny, win real cash and some prizes as well. I will be back right here on Edgar TV with lots more World Cup content, and we're getting ready for all the major events. There's going to be lots of streams coming up, lots of informational stuff to talk you through the world of darts. All you've got to do, hit subscribe. I'll do the rest. I'll catch you soon.